Psalm 44 verse 3.
They did not conquer the land with their swords. It was not their own strong arm that gave them victory. It was your right hand and strong arm and the blinding light from your face that helped them, for you loved them.
Mr. President, it's clear here that the victory you won in this election, and looking at the history of this nation since the Fourth Republic, that God showed you great mercy and favor. That this election in the history of our country, there was such fierce tension, a sense of uncertainty, and a feeling of powerlessness and hopelessness and perplexity was all across the land and the nation. So many were worried about the outcome of the election and what could happen. And this election was not won, as you know, Mr. President, by skill, by sword, or by the intelligence of your men and women on the field. But this election, as you know yourself, because I saw some of the actions you took and things you did. Some of you didn't know this. He was fasting for weeks and fasting for days, seeking God, and will not eat, and was traveling with a weak body across the nation. And sometimes I was very worried whether he was going to make it with the fasting, without eating and doing what he was doing. And I think you alone know the steps you took and how you had to engage the Most High in different times of the night, 1 a.m., 12 a.m., and putting yourself in harm's way to seek God Almighty's intervention. Today, as we gather here, I want to thank you that you allowed yourself and your staff to gather all of us to make a statement that you do not take for granted the God factor of the governance of nations. For it is written, it is not by might nor by power. And the word might here means military force. Power here means capabilities or audacity or skills or intellectual capabilities or logic or philosophy. It is not by any of this. And that is how come with all the wealth of Africa, we are still impoverished, and we have the best, like our minister said, that can turn this economy around. But the problem of our country is spiritual and not economic and not political. It is spiritual. But it is my prayer and my desire, Mr. President, that in your lifetime, that we all will see such a transformation of our economy that none of our children, no Ghanaian son or daughter will queue at any foreign embassy for visa in order to go to any country for greener pastures. And that all our sons and daughters scattered across the West shall find their way back home to help build a better Ghana and an economy where all Ghanaians can be proud of. May God grant us this desire of all of our heart, that in your lifetime, every minister of state will maintain the common touch and be an example like you are to so many.